How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to part 2 of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Now, like I said before, guys, we have 3 campaigns throughout this entire game, and each character will proceed through the Disney worlds in a particular order. Some will show in the beginning of the world, the middle, and the end. Now, the list that the game has for you right here, Terra, Ventus, and Aqua, is actually the preferred way that they think that you should play through the story because of where these characters go in the story. So that's what I'm going to be doing for this playthrough. So if the first character we're going to play as, we're going to be playing as Terra. And don't worry, guys, if you're kind of lost on like what the chronology of like when they visit the worlds, I'm going to let you guys know that when we enter the world. And for a good majority of them, Terra is the one that arrives in the worlds first. So he's the one that kind of starts off these big events. And what's great about this game is even though we're going to be switching to the different characters throughout this whole walkthrough, is that, yeah, we're going to be seeing some cutscenes again, but the good thing is that we're going to be seeing them from the different perspectives of the characters. So it's not necessarily going to be as tedious and boring as you might think, because we're going to be seeing them through all the many different interactions with the characters that we're playing as. You know, we get to see what's going on in their mind as these events are kicking off. So we're starting out as Terra as the first character for this playthrough, and to kick off the story, we are now at that point in time. Terra and Aqua are going to begin their mark of mastery, and for this part, we will be going all the way until Terra leaves the land of departure. So the first thing that Terra and Aqua have to do is they have to eliminate those glowing bright orbs. But Master Xehanort has something else to say about that, so he turns them into dark light orbs, I think. That's kind of what they are, I believe. And since they're going after Ven, Ven gets in on the action.
Don't worry about me. You two focus on the exam.
But Ven, you're in danger.
And I will say this right now, even though I mean you guys can guess that this is going to be a short part, but this is the only gameplay that is in this part. The only thing that we're doing in terms of gameplay is actually just defeating those orbs.
He's been out there training just as hard as us. Yeah.
Stay sharp, Ven.
Alright, we're controlling Terra. Now, you don't really have to worry about these things. I mean, they can knock a little bit of health out of you, but they're nothing really dangerous. You can just really, honestly, if you want to, like, since they move around a lot, triggering your commands may be a little bit of a waste, but I think the best strategy for this is actually just kind of going up to them and just mashing the X button. But if you can get them locked in place, then, you know, you have a good chance to eliminate their health earlier. But that's another thing with Birth by Sleep. Since this was originally a handheld game, you'll notice that the health bars for all the enemies that we're going to be facing, they're not really that big. Like, this isn't going to be like Chain of Memories, where these suckers had, even though you guys really couldn't see it at all, well, except for like the early parts of the live stream of it where you can see the health. But you know, they'll have a lot of help, but nothing like really, nothing too crazy, besides for maybe a couple endgame bosses. So Terra just learned another thing. I'm gonna kind of call it like, it's called a command style, but I like to kind of just, in terms of this playthrough, call it some sort of driving style. And it essentially is just a regular power boost for Terra with that one that he just unlocked. And now the next thing that Terra and Aqua need to do for this Mark of Master exam is they got to fight each other.
Remember, there are no winners, only truths. For when equal powers clash, their nature is revealed. Begin.
Now, some of you guys maybe, you guys might be thinking a little bit about what I did for the intro for this this series. Well, I decided to use this PlayStation 3, PlayStation Celebration intro and title sequence, because the PlayStation 3, I mean, coincidentally, is like the same startup and menu as a PSP would. So I thought that maybe just to kind of bring some more unique uniqueness to these games would be if I had the opening, since Birth by Sleep was originally a PSP game, that maybe it would open up with the PS3 opening and menu sequence, because that's where it's pretty much the same thing. The PS3 and the PSP, their startups are like exactly the same.
You fail to keep the darkness with
So that's what I decided to do for that one. Just like kind of be a little bit more unique and just kind of like, kind of represent like where these games originated from. And in Birth by Sleep's case, it was originally a PSP game.
As our newest Keyblade Master, you are entitled to certain knowledge. Please wait here for further instruction.
Hey.
So Terra used a little bit of darkness while he was in his Mark of Mastery exam. And apparently to his master, Master Ericus, that's a big no-no. You can't do that. You have to keep the darkness in check and you can't use it. So Terra is a little bit upset. Master Xehanort's acting a little bit suspicious.
He ain't gonna cut it. Somebody's gotta break that loser.
Oh, I hate Vanitas in this game.
Not here, you won't.
It's a good thing for Terra's story. We only have to, like, not really fight all of him, eliminate all of his health, but we just have to interact with him once.
Incentive to leave home.
Because for some reason, the developers made his hitbox just really strange, where you can try and hit him multiple times, but some of your hits won't even hit him.
But I need some time alone.
So now we have a scene where we branch off to a cutscene, but now we're in the perspective of Terra, where after that event, he said he wants to be alone, so now we're going to follow Terra. As, he just needs to clear his mind and think about what just happened. Whereas if we were playing as one of the other characters, we'd see a different perspective.
The darkness is nothing to fear.
Now, kind of like how I said in the last part, Terra is all about brute strength. His attacks are very strong, and it's kind of represented within the story. And that's kind of what Master Xehanort is saying. Like, you're very strong, but,
Never be a master in his eyes.
Master Ericus doesn't see you as a master because he thinks that darkness is bad, but you can channel that power and make it, even better.
You're fine as you are. Darkness cannot be destroyed. It cannot
And like I said, guys, with this whole thing of the Xehanort saga, that is really he is our main antagonist throughout the entirety of this saga. He is the big bad. He is the big bad that we eventually, down the road, we have to finish him off. But that guy right there. And then again, rest in peace to Leonard Nimoy for voicing him. He did a great job. All the actors who have played Xehanort have done a really great job. But Leonard Nimoy was the first, and great job on him. And also a big round of applause because they got Mark Hamill to play Master Ericus, and I love that guy so much.
What happened?
I don't know. Why isn't Ven here?
Very well, then. I will send my pupils to investigate. Yes, I understand. Farewell.
All right, time for a little bit of some plot dump. So Master Yen Sid has just contacted Master Ericus, and apparently the Princesses of Heart are in danger. For those of you that don't know, there are 7 Princesses of Heart. They are pure of heart, not a thing of darkness anywhere near their hearts. And there are 7 Princesses of Heart. I'm not going to spoil the 7th one because it is more so a secret into the next game of the series. But I will say the other 6. We've got Cinderella, we've got Aurora, we've got Snow White, Alice, Jasmine, and Belle. And we got one more princess, but that won't be revealed until way later, so unfortunately I have to wait there. But they are in trouble because they are being hunted by these group of fledgling emotions that Yen Sid is calling the Unversed. Those are our enemies. No Heartless in this game, except for the secret episode, which I won't be able to record for you guys because that requires beating the game on a really higher difficulty, and I don't have time for that, but I will be able to explain everything to you guys when we get to that point. But yeah, no Heartless in this game. It is all about the Unversed. But, I mean, for a substitute of Heartless, they do a really good job, and I do like their design.
So here we are.
So now it's up to Terra and Aqua to visit the many different worlds and make sure that order is, kept. They can't tell anybody that there are other worlds, because everything has to stay in that order. That's kind of what Keyblade wielders have to do when they go out on these adventures. So Aqua and Terra are going to go investigate, and also they find out that Master Xehanort has now mysteriously gone missing. How the hell did that happen? I don't know. but they also have to eliminate the Unverse and try and find Master Xehanort. Now for Terra, he's going to be given another opportunity here. This could be Terra's second chance to become a Master. Because Master Ericus really does care for Terra, but Terra is, he's obsessed with power and he's afraid of losing, so Ericus doesn't want him to succumb to that darkness, but if he can prove himself on this, then Terra will be a Keyblade Master. So now he's going to be given this second chance.
But how can I?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I got about 2 minutes here until this part wraps up. But thank you all so much for watching. I think that these parts will hopefully be short enough to where I can actually give you guys one world each video without having it be ridiculously long, but we'll see about that. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I really don't think so, because I think I'm going to do the level grinding on my own, but we'll see. But in the next part, we are heading to the Enchanted Dominion, which in Disney World terms, we're going to Sleeping Beauty, guys. That's the first world we're going to is Terra. So please enjoy the rest of the video, and I will see you guys for part 3 of Birth by Sleep. Have a good one, everybody.